guys, I'm Crystal, and this is Yoga for Fall. So, if you're new, welcome. Yoga is for everybody and it is a journey. So, as we move through today's class, I'll show you a bunch of different options and you choose what's right for you. Today's class is a full 60-minute vinyasa flow class that's really centered around our fall theme. So we're going to have a lot of grounding poses. We're going to focus on opening ourselves to transformation and also just slowing down through our breath and really being present in our body. So grab something comfortable to wear, meet me on the mat, and let's go ahead and get started in child's pose today. So we are going to start by bringing our toes together and our knees wide, allowing our hands to walk out in front of us, and then completely surrendering down to the earth through every ounce of our upper body. Just as the trees surrender their leaves this time of year, feeling the in-breath, just fill and open us. And our out-breath, surrender us down a little deeper. So as we start today, just bringing awareness into our breath, being very mindful of what our bodies need, what it is they want as we move through our class, and just being very patient, very open with ourselves. Feeling our in-breath as it enters through our nose, expanding our ribs, warming our lungs, and then completely releasing on that out-breath, softening our shoulders and pushing our hips further behind. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here. And on our next breath, we're just going to allow the hands to walk over to the right, pushing our hips to the left, and then sliding out through our hands, reaching through our fingertips as we soften down, relaxing and letting go of any tension, any stress we might be holding on to, and just starting to feel some really nice warmth and energy enter into our bodies. One more beautiful breath here. And our next out breath is just going to bring our hands back to the center. And then we're going to walk to the other side. Now pushing the hips in the opposite direction of our hands and continuing to surrender down. Letting go of any worries, any remnants of haste or busyness. Giving ourselves the gift of being completely present in this moment. And as we start to move through our poses or our asanas today, allowing ourselves to just slow down and be patient. And let's come back to the center on our next breath. And let's just take one more big breath here. So pushing out of our fingertips and then just pushing our knees a little wider as we collapse to the earth. And then on our next in-breath, we're going to find our way to our tabletop, however feels good for you. But we're going to bring our knees under our hips. We're going to bring our wrists under our shoulders. And then we're going to flatten the top of our feet to the earth, allowing our belly to brace really hard, our shoulders to relax down, and our heart to open fully. Feeling the ground underneath our hands, feeling the strength through our tummy, and we're going to take our next in-breath into our Bidhalasana or our cow, lifting our eyes and our heart as we push our palms deeper into our mat. And now as we breathe out, finding Marjorie Asana or our cat, bringing our eyes to our belly button and just rolling through our spine. And we're going to move through these two poses at whatever speed feels good for you. Breathing in to our cow, breathing out to our cat. Just finding that beautiful natural rhythm through our breath, through our bodies. Breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. And just thinking about how our in-breath really extends and warms through our spine. And our out-breath creates that beautiful flexion through our back. And we're going to take one more beautiful breath here. Just starting to feel warm, starting to wake up. And then meeting back in tabletop. And we're going to bring some warmth and energy into our hips. So still grounding down through our hands, but now making a nice big circle with our hips, collapsing through our forearms, softening through our shoulders and elbows. Fall is a great time of year to open ourselves up to transformation. Just as nature starts to change in front of us, we too open ourselves to change. And now let's just repeat in the opposite direction. So really just committing to our dancing lion here. Feeling that beautiful dance through our hip joints. Feeling that softness through our upper body. And just exploring how much space we can create. And then meeting back in the center for tabletop. And from here, we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to press into our palms, lifting our sit bones to the sky for our downward facing dog. And just really spreading our fingers wide. So if you need to adjust, just find where your hands are about shoulders distance apart, as well as your feet, and just start to lift the hips as we ground the heels towards the earth. We can stay completely still here, just really focusing on this beautiful grounding and connection, or we can walk our dog out by pedaling our feet and just bending one knee as the opposite heel comes deeper towards our mat. Continuing to breathe in through our nostrils, breathe out of our mouth, feeling the breath slow us down. One more breath here. And we're going to bend our knees and our right foot is going to step between the hands, softening our left knee to the earth, stacking our right ankle under our knee for our lunge. And we're just going to open our eyes and heart to the sky as we sink into our back hip. We're going to take one more beautiful breath here. And if it feels good, we're going to add a twist. So planting our left palm, but breathing our right arm up to the sky. And if this is a little too much, just stay with the lunge. Or we can allow the in-breath to reach through these top fingertips and the out-breath to sink us just a little deeper into our back hip. One more beautiful in-breath. One more beautiful out-breath. And it's warm and delicious. And we're going to float this hand down. And we're just going to plant both palms. And we're going to step ourselves back, guys, to down dog. So take what you need here. Maybe you walk it out. Maybe you just focus on pushing your palms and your heels deeper into the earth. Just feeling the energy, feeling our warmth and our strength. And we're going to take that next breath and bend our knees. And we're going to find our lunge on our other side by stepping our left foot forward, collapsing our right knee to the ground, and then finding our spidey fingers and lifting once again through our heart and sinking into our back hip joint. One more breath here. And we can stay here or we can add our twist on our next breath by pressing into our mat and gently peeling our left arm away from the ground and reaching for the sky. Breathing in to reach higher. Breathing out to sink lower. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're going to float this back arm down. And from here, we're just going to tuck our back toes, lifting up. And we're going to step into our forward fold or Uttanasana. Allowing both feet to settle deep into the earth as we collapse forward, bringing our chest all the way to our thighs and continuing to lift our sit bones high. So we're really feeling some beautiful warmth and energy through our posterior chain or the back of our legs. And yours might not look like mine, and that's okay. One more breath. And we're going to breathe in and lift to extended mountain, pressing the earth away, lifting through our fingertips, pushing our hips forward. And the out breath is going to sink our hips back. And we're going to find chair with a twist. So bringing our left hand across our right knee and then opening the right arm to the back of the room. And we're going to stay here for 2 more breaths, breathing in to revolve our top shoulder. Breathing out to sink deeper into our heels. One more. And we're going to stay low in our hips, but we're going to switch sides with our twist. So now the right hand pushes against the left knee as we continue to twist just a little further on each inhale and sinking deeper on the out breath. And we're going to do it one more time. And we're going to find our way back to forward fold or Uttanasana and just completely surrender back into our breath and bodies. So we're going to start to move now that we're warm. So let's take one more breath here, just setting us up for our sun salutations. And then as we take our next in-breath, we're going to lift to our extended mountain, bringing our hips forward and reaching back. And then our out-breath dives us forward into our fold. Fingertips to the earth, breathe in, and our right leg steps us back to lunge, ankle under our knee, and then our left leg is going to step us to down dog. Winding up, breathe in and roll forward like a river through your spine, finding plank, knees or toes, and we're going to lower to chaturanga, elbows hug the body. And then we're going to push and lift to baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog. And then down dog is where we meet. Pushing into our heels, bend the knees. Our in-breath is going to step the right leg forward. So the back leg can stay up or down, but our out-breath is going to open us into a twist here, reaching. In-breath is going to float the fingertips to the earth, leaning forward for length. And our out-breath is going to step us in to our forward fold. Our next in-breath brings us back to the top, reaching through the fingers, opening through our heart, and our out-breath dives us forward, and we're going to do it all on our left. So our left leg, breathe it back, settling into the lunge, and then the out-breath brings us to down dog, eyes to the knees, and then we're going to breathe in and roll forward, pushing out of all 10 toes. Settle in, out breath, we lower. Feel the strength of your triceps, push into the hands, and then explode out of the ground as you breathe in. Out breath, meet me in down dog. Feel the body settle, and then breathe in. Step the left leg through for a lunge. Out breath, opens the hand to the sky, reaching higher. In breath, float it down, lean forward, pulling through the crown of our head. And the out breath brings us back to our forward fold. So we're going to breathe in and we're going to lift back to the top, gang. Finding a little more length in the spine as we lean away. The out breath, completely surrender and soften. In breath, right leg takes a bigger step back. Feel the warmth in the back hip joint and then step that front leg back to down dog, winding up the body. In breath rolls us forward. This time chest, forward of the hands. A little more strength here. We're going to descend with control, feeling the squeeze of the elbows, and then breathe in, push and rise. Thighs off the ground if you can. Out breath, down dog. This is where it changes. We add on. Breathe in, right leg lifts. 3-legged dog. Out breath, right knee to the nose. Roll forward. Stack the wrists under the shoulders and then push out to 3-legged dog on the next breath for more length. Our next breath is going to step our leg forward and we're going to find our lunge. Maybe you are here or here, but the out breath lifts us
into the twist. We take an extra breath here. Maybe we add a half bind, back of the hand to the lower back, or not. Breathe in. We're going to lift the hand back up, lower it to the earth, lean in. And the exhale, we're going to step in and find our fold. So we're pretty warm, but let's get warmer. Breathing in to rise. And breathing out to fall. Left side, inhale, left leg. How far can you step it back? Exhale, down dog. Feel the reset. In breath, roll forward. Where can you take this? Push into the floor, lean forward, and then lower. And feel the squeeze of the belly. Feel the strength of your body. Breathe in, lift. Feel the power of the breath. Out breath, down dog. Settle into the heels. We're adding on. In breath, left leg lifts to the sky. Out breath, roll everything forward, knee to nose. In breath, push it out further. Bottom heel to the earth. Out breath, left leg steps forward. Plant the front foot for lunge. In breath, lift. Extra breath here. Maybe we add the half bind. Maybe not. Breathe in. Lift back to the sky. Bring the hand to the earth as you lean in. Out breath finds our fold. Beautiful, guys. So breathe in. We're going to lift back to the sky. We're going to do it all one more time on each side with an extra add-on. Out breath to dive. Feel the feet ground into the earth. In breath, right leg steps back. Out breath, downward facing dog. So if you need a break, you can take it at any time. But if you're with me, breathe in and roll forward. Feel the squeeze. Feel the breath. Out breath to lower. How slow can you make this? How strong can you make the body? And then breathe in and push away, squeezing the glutes and shoulder blades for strength. Out breath to down dog. Feel the settle, push into the palms, breathe the right leg up. Float everything forward on the out breath. In breath takes us further, toes to the sky. Out breath, right foot, step it forward, plant it. What do you need? Where can you take this? Maybe it's a half bind. We're here for 2 extra breaths. The extra breath is for the full bind. If it's right, the front hand finds its way under this front leg. And we're going to bring the fingertips together. Breathing in to revolve. Breathing out to sink into the back hip. One more breath here. And we're going to let everything go. And we're going to lean forward like we're looking over the ledge of a mountain. And we're going to step in on the out breath to the forward fold. And we're going to breathe in. And we're going to do it all one more time on the left. And if you're slowing down, that's okay, guys. Left leg steps us back to lunge. If you need a break, that's also okay. Down dog, set it up. But if you're with me, roll forward. Feel that wave. When you're ready, lean as far forward as you can. And now, slow and steady to the bottom. Find the chaturanga. Breathe in. Push and rise. Feel the energy. Out breath. Down dog. You've been here before. This time, left leg to the sky as you breathe in. Everything shifts forward as you breathe out. In breath takes us further. Push it out. Out breath steps us forward to lunge. Anchor to the earth. Squeeze the thighs. If it's right, add the twist or the half bind or lift off. Fingertips come under and add the full bind. One more big breath here. Breathing in to revolve. Breathing out to sink. And when you're ready, the next in-breath releases us. Lean in. Out breath. Step in. You earned it. This is our recovery. So allow the chest to completely soften to Uttanasana. Allow the neck and head to just kind of float. Letting go of any control, any stress you're holding on to. And in a perfect world, our legs would be straight as our chest touched our thighs. Not all of us can do that. So if you need a bend, take it. If you need support, take it. Whatever you need. But just settling back into our body, into our breath, and grounding down deeper into both feet as we lift our sit bones. We're going to take one more beautiful breath here. And then we're slowly going to roll up our spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and find our way to Tadasana or our mountain pose. Stacking our hips under our ribs, relaxing through our shoulders, opening our eyes and heart to the sky, and just settling into our feet, guys. So really feeling that deep connection of our feet to the earth in this moment. If you need water, grab it now. This is it. Let's take a couple more breaths. Just feeling the ribs expand on the in-breath. Feeling the feet ground down deeper into the earth on the out-breath. And embracing the energy that flows through our body, the prana. And we're just going to let this go. And we're going to find our way to warrior two. So finding it on our right side, our right foot is going to point to the side wall while our left foot is forward. Our left leg is straight and the right ankle's under our knee. And we're just going to square our chest, breathing our arms up and breathing out to sink deeper into the earth. So just allowing the in-breath to fill and the out-breath to ground and strengthen. Slowing down our movements and finding that beautiful natural breath. One more in-breath. So we're going to keep our legs exactly as they are, grounding into the earth, but we're going to float the arms behind us for reverse warrior. Pressing deep into our feet and then reaching through these top fingertips as we soften and just completely let go through our bottom shoulder. Squeezing our thighs and belly. Our next breath is going to windmill our arms, finding our warrior two. And then we're gently going to step in our back leg. And we're going to bring our right hand towards the earth, setting up for Ardha Chandrasana or our half moon. So you can hang out on the ground the whole time, just opening the chest. But if we want a stability and balance challenge, we're going to lift our back leg off. And we're going to reach even wider through all 10 fingertips as we stack our hips and our shoulders. Feeling the in-breath enter through our nose. Feeling our out-breath reach even further through all 10 fingertips. And if you need to touch down, that's okay. One more beautiful breath here. Pressing into the earth, squeezing the belly for support. And our next breath is going to float our lifted leg to the ground. And we're just going to settle back in to reverse warrior. So reaching back, pushing our ribs towards our hips, and just opening through our front side body. One more breath here. And we're going to allow our legs to straighten. And we're going to allow our arms to just open up. And we're going to reach forward through these front fingertips. And then we're going to find our triangle pose today. So we have a couple options. We can hold on to our leg for support if we need it. We can also keep more of a bend in this knee. But if not, we're going to push this leg away, creating more space through our ribs, through our heart. And gently lift and release. And we're going to step in and we're going to find our forward fold, bringing our feet under our hips, allowing our chest to melt down into our thighs. And we got a couple of options. We can just hang out in our regular forward fold, or we can come to hang out or ragdoll pose by breathing our palms to our opposite elbow and then allowing our body to kind of swing from one side to the next. Just very slow very loving. One more beautiful in-breath. One more out-breath. And we're going to release and bring the fingertips back to the earth. And then once again, just slowly roll up through your body, coming back to Tadasana or mountain. And we're going to do everything on our other side. So starting with Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2, we're going to bring our feet wide. We're going to stack ankle under our knee. And we're going to ground down into our mat. Breathing our arms up. Breathing out and sinking even deeper into our legs. So as we're hanging here, we want to think about this back foot. The outside edge actively rolls in towards the mat or earth, creating more power and strength through our back leg. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. We're going to stay exactly where we are in our legs, and we're going to use our next in-breath to reach back for a reverse warrior. Removing space from one side, opening space on our other. Feeling the earth under our feet, being patient with our bodies, with our breath today. And our next breath is going to windmill our arms, and we're just going to step the back leg in and readjust if you need, so that we're bending into this front leg, which should be your left leg. You can stay grounded, or let's find that half moon together, lifting off, squeezing our belly tight, and just steadying our gaze to the earth, finding our symbol of strength and stability as we open our arms a little wider. One more beautiful breath here. And it should be hard. Hard is what makes it great. Our next breath is going to float our back leg to the earth, and we're going to reach back for reverse warrior on our other side. Just settling in for a couple of breaths, steadying our breath, reconnecting our feet to the floor. And then we're going to find triangle. So lifting our hips up and back, reaching forward like we're trying to reach the wall or try to reach the other side of the room, and then allow the body to open and stretch. And we all look different because we are all different. So maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe we bring the gaze up for a balance challenge. Whatever you need, settle in. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're going to let it go, guys. And we're going to find our way to wide forward fold. So just bringing our feet wide, both sets of toes point to me, and floating our hands to the earth. Grounding into our feet, lifting our sit bones. And then you can find support in the hands. You can stay up on the fingertips. You can come down to the forearms. Whatever feels right in this moment. But maintaining that beautiful connection of the feet to the ground. That beautiful lift of our sit bones. And the surrendering down. Because it's all about letting go. It's all about having poise and grace with ourselves. Big breath in. Big surrender down. And let's take one more beautiful breath here. And from here, let's find support in our fingertips, and let's heel to toe the feet in so that they're about hip distance or shoulder distance apart. And then let's roll back up and find our way back to mountain. Yes, beautiful. So nice little stability and balance challenge today. We're going to start with our tree. So bringing our right heel to our left ankle. We can hang out down here the whole time, guys, or we can bring our foot all the way inside of our thigh, and then just breathing our palms together, bringing our hands to heart center. Softening through our shoulders, because so often we keep our shoulders up here. Allow the shoulders to relax down and our heart to open. We can stay exactly as we are, just breathing in to lift our head and breathing out to sink into our roots, or using our next in-breath to lift our branches high and wide. And we can stay still, or we can float the arms. And if you need a drop, you can always drop down here. But squeezing deep into our trunk, pushing into the earth, and continuing to breathe in through our nostrils. Breathe out of our mouth. One more beautiful in-breath. One more full out-breath. And our arms steady, and everything floats to the earth. And we're just going to let go. And we're going to shake out our legs, and we're going to find our eagle. So our right leg is going to cross over our left, keeping the right heel up. Our right arm is going to come under our left. And we're going to bring our palms together. And if you can't get there, back of the hands. But settling into our hips. And then just breathing in to fill through our ribs. And breathing out to push deeper into the earth. And if you're a little more advanced, the right leg can stay lifted up. Or you can wrap it around again. Whatever's good for you. But feel that grounding down. So we're going to allow the next in-breath to actually peel the arms away from our body, keeping our chest exactly where it is. And then the out-breath to sink us deeper into our legs. So think about as you breathe in, pulling your fingertips towards the sky. And as you breathe out, just deepening your hips. And it's just such a delicious stretch for our shoulders on that in-breath. One more big breath in. One more full release. And we're going to let it go. And we're going to shake out our legs. And we're going to do everything on our left. So starting with our tree, we're going to bring our left heel to our right ankle, or all the way inside of our hip or our thigh, and then bringing our palms back together. And we like to think about the supporting leg, or the roots of our tree, as actively pressing into the earth to radiate energy and strength through our entire body. So feel the in-breath actually pull the crown of the head. And then on your out-breath, can you press deeper into your roots? And it feels so warm and good. So you can stay here with that breath work, or using our next breath to open our arms and taking our tree just a little further. And we can stay still, or we can play with our branches, but continuing to breathe in through our nose, breathe out of our mouth, and feeling that deep connection of our roots to the ground beneath us. Just very supported and strong here. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're going to come back to the center. And our exhale is going to let everything go. And we're going to kick our legs out before we find our eagle on our left side. All right, so now the left leg is going to come on top of the right. We're going to start with our left heel up. And the left arm comes under, lifting the fingertips, sinking into the earth. Once again, if you're a little more advanced, or you want to just try to go a little further with your stability and balance challenge, we can keep this top leg lifted, or we can wrap it one more time. Sinking into our hips. Breathing in and opening our heart and lungs. We can stay here, or we can start to breathe in, peeling our arms away, and breathing out to sink deeper into the earth. So if you start to fall, that's a good sign, guys. It means we're working hard, and it's through challenge we find change through our body. So whatever you need, whatever the body wants. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're going to let it go. Beautiful. And we're going to find our way to forward fold. Completely surrendering down, right? Allowing the chest, allowing the head and neck to let go of any tension, any stress it's holding on to. And if we want to, we can breathe into ragdoll or hangout pose, or we can advance into our gorilla by taking our palms and sliding them under the balls of our feet, collapsing our chest down, but continuing to lift our sit bones high. So no matter what option you're in, one more breath here. And then we're going to allow the fingers to come back to the earth. And we're slowly going to roll up into our mountain. So if you need water, now's the time. If not, we're just going to hang here for 2 to 3 breaths. So lifting the eyes, pressing the feet into the earth. One more big in-breath. One more big out-breath. And this time as we breathe in, we're going to lift all the way to the sky, allowing the chest to open. We're going to lean back, pressing into the earth, and then the out-breath is going to dive us forward, guys, back into Uttanasana or our forward fold. And from here, we are going to heel to toe the feet out, finding our way to our wide forward fold. So both sets of toes, once again, point to me. This time, we're going to lift the sit bones, bracing the belly, creating some really nice length in our spine. If inversions is part of your practice, you can go ahead and move into crow. You can move into handstand, side crow, whatever you want to practice during this time. And if not, you're just going to stay with me in our wide forward fold. So breathing in, we're going to lift the crown of the head, pulling it forward. And then as we breathe out, we're going to press both feet deeper into our mat. So just feeling the length through our spine on our inhale. Feeling the support of the earth underneath us on our out breath. Our next in breath, we're just going to walk our hands to the right. So from here, we're keeping both feet flat to the earth. Everyone's going to look different. Maybe you can reach the outside of your foot and collapse your chest down towards your thighs. Maybe you're here and it's a micro walk. That's okay. But now we're going to use the in-breath to fill, and we're going to use the out-breath to empty, surrendering down through our shoulders as we continue to press our feet deep into the ground. And we're going to take about 2 more breaths here. Feeling the expansion and completely letting go. It feels so warm and good. And our next breath, guys, we're just going to walk the hands to the other side. So maybe you need to adjust. That's okay. Maybe this side looks totally different than the other. That's also okay. But breathing in and breathing out to release. That in-breath creates space. The out-breath softens and lets us just release a little further. One more breath here. We're gently going to walk back to the center. And then from here, guys, I'm actually going to have you walk all the way back over to the right foot. We're going to turn, pivoting through the back heel and lifting it. And from here, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to step our front leg back, and we're going to find our downward facing dog. Beautiful. So if you need child's pose, if you need a break, this is your time. If you need water, take it. If you want to walk your dog out, slow, steady, settling back into our body and our breath work. And what I really love about down dog is every round, it might look a little different. So maybe we pull our armpits closer to the earth on this round. Or explore where you can take your dog right now. One more breath. Okay, we're all going to settle back in together to our down dog, just pressing our heels deeper into the ground as we push both palms closer to the floor. And then our next in-breath is going to lift our right leg back to three-legged dog. And our out-breath this time is going to float our right leg forward, but we're going to collapse the right leg under the left, finding our way to pigeon. So in a perfect world, our front leg for pigeon would be parallel to the front of our mat, but maybe you need to fold it more. No matter where you are, we want to really focus on grounding through our back hip today. So we're going to roll this back hip down towards our heel, and then just finding support, either in our forearms, in our fingertips, or maybe we completely walk out and collapse down. But just allowing the in-breath to fill through our heart and allowing the out-breath to release and surrender down a little deeper. So you can stay exactly as you are, just continuing to use your in-breath to fill and using your out-breath to ground your back hip deeper into the earth. Or you can come up with me and we can add a beautiful quad stretch today by taking our left hand, reaching back for the inside of our left foot, and then squaring our chest to the front. We're going to pull our heel towards our glute, and we can hang up here. We can come down further to deepen our stretch, or we can explore this even further and come into seated mermaid by sliding our foot to the inside of our elbow, lifting off with our front hand, clasping our fingers together, and then just continuing to breathe in to fill and breathe out to sink. So a lot of different ways we can modify this depending what we need right now. But let's take 2 more breaths here. And we're gently gonna let go of our foot. If you took the quad option, and allow it to float to the earth, we're gonna come up no matter what option you're in, bringing our wrists under our shoulders, and we're gently gonna tuck our back toes, lifting and stepping our front leg back into our down dog. If you need child's pose, take it. If you need more water, take it. If you wanna walk with me, let's walk it out together. Feeling that delicious warmth through the back of our legs. Feeling that beautiful, strong connection of our bodies to the earth. One more breath. And then we're going to meet back in down dog, heels to the ground. Try to take it just a little further. And then your next in-breath, float your left leg up for a 3-legged dog on our other side. And our out-breath floats our left leg forward. So once again, finding what feels right here. What's right on one side might be totally different on the other. And that's okay. I always joke, our hips are like sisters. They're not twins. They have different experiences. So adjust for what you need, but focusing on grounding down through our back hip today. Allowing the arms to come to whatever feels good. But then taking the in-breath and just pulling it all the way into our lungs. And then as you breathe out, not only letting go through your chest, but grounding down deeper through that back hip joint.
Breathing in through our nose. Breathing out of our mouth. And we can stay here, or we can use that next breath to come on up and add the quad stretch. So now we're going to take our right hand inside of our right foot, squaring our chest, continuing to push our back hip to the earth. And we can just hang here. We can bring the foot closer to our glute and come on down. Or we can find our seated mermaid, sliding our foot into our elbow, lifting off, and then opening our heart and eyes just a little higher towards the sky. Let's take one more big inhale and one more big exhale. And if you took one of the quad options, we're going to let go slowly, letting everything soften back to the earth. And then together, guys, we're all going to meet back in down dog. 2 breaths to settle in. 2 breaths to push just a little deeper into the ground. Beautiful. And then push all the weight back into your down dog. And from here, we are going to step 1 foot forward between the hands, and you're going to turn to me towards your wide forward fold. So our heels are parallel, bringing our wrists under our shoulders, breathing in to lengthen, breathing out to press our feet deeper into the earth, maintaining a nice long spine. And when you're ready, we're going to take our left leg and we're going to fold it under our body, and we're going to come all the way down to our mat for our seated lotus with our right foot on top. So, bringing our sit bones and pressing them deep into the mat. Our right foot can either hang out on the mat, which will make it really easy, or we can bring it towards the calf, or we can make it even more challenging and bring it towards the knee. But we want the bottom leg folded underneath us, and in finding support in our fingers and lifting our eyes to the sky. Continuing to breathe in to lift the crown of your head, and then breathing out to ground down into our sit bones. So you can stay here, or we can take the next in-breath and breathe our right arm across our left knee, planting our left palm to the earth and adding a beautiful rotation. Continuing to breathe in to lift through the head. And now as we breathe out, turning through the low back, into the mid back, and all the way up between our ears. And just exploring how far we can take our twist, how much warmth we can bring to our thoracic spine. One more big in-breath. One more full out-breath. And we're going to let it go. And we're just going to find everything on our other side. So uncrossing our legs and then recrossing, bringing our left leg on top. So what feels right on one side, guys, once again, it might be totally different. In a perfect world, our sit bones would be connected to the earth and our knees would be opened wide, pressing into the ground. But whatever your body needs right now, just give it to it. Allowing the in-breath to lift the eyes. Allowing our out-breath to press those hips deeper into the earth. Being patient with our bodies, slowing ourselves down, and if it feels right, using the next breath to bring our left hand across our right knee and starting to revolve on each out breath just a little further and lift higher on the in breath.
And let's take one more big in breath here. And one more beautiful out breath. And we're going to let it go. Awesome. And we're going to uncross our legs, and that just feels so good. And we're going to find our way to Dandasana, or our staff pose. So we're going to take the flesh from our butt, and we're actually going to pull it away from our bones here, allowing the back of our legs to press deep into the earth, and we can shake the legs out if we need to, but then really settling into the ground. Lifting our eyes, but allowing the shoulders to relax down away from our ears. Breathing in, just feeling the body lengthen and open, and breathing out to press our legs deeper into the ground, and feeling the back of the legs really just warm and strengthen. And then we're going to take our gaze forward, and we're going to bring our hands forward. So from here, guys, just finding our thriller hands, allowing the wrists to release, allowing the fingers to hang, and just really letting go here. If we want, we can make little circles, and then we can switch directions. And then coming back to the center, and we're going to bring our arms to the earth, and from here we're actually just going to scoot the sit bones towards the middle of the mat, and now slowly rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, and then hugging our knees into our chest. We can stay completely still, just being really loving and bringing our awareness back into our breathing, or we can make some nice small circles, just giving our back a beautiful massage. But just being very mindful of what feels right for our body. We're not rushing anything. It's not about speed. It's about being present. It's about slowing down and really welcoming the oncoming season. That's all about change. And we're just going to meet back in the center, and we're going to allow our left leg to extend on our next in-breath. And then we're going to take our left hand, and we're going to guide our right leg across the body. So from here, we're actually going to stack our hips, and we're going to open our arms wide like a T. Breathing in through our nostrils, and then breathing out to anchor both shoulders deeper towards the earth. Feeling that grounding down of our back into the floor on each exhale. One more beautiful in-breath. One more big out-breath. And we're just going to meet back in the center. So from here, just hugging our knees, coming back into those circles if it feels right. And then repeating in the opposite direction. And then coming back to the center. And let's find our supine twist on our left. Collapsing our left leg over our right. Securing both shoulders back to the earth. And letting go in this moment. Fall offers us the opportunity to realign with nature and just let go of anything that no longer serves us. So just allowing ourselves to let go with each breath. One of the beautiful things about yoga, there's no right, there's no wrong way to do this. It's just about you moving and doing what feels good. One more breath here. And we're going to come back to the center. And today we're going to open into our happy baby. So bringing our hands either inside or outside of our feet and our elbows inside of our knees. We can stay still in our baby, or we can rock from one side to the next. So as we start to wind down, really bringing our attention back into our breath. So as we breathe out, we can allow that out breath to start to become heavy and loud, almost like the sound of the ocean. Tapping back into our ujjayi breath. And if we want to play with our baby, we can start to kick one leg out and then pull it back in and then kick our other leg out. Or not. And gently come back to the center and then just allow the hands to release the feet, bringing our heels together and allowing the legs to fall open like pages of a book for our butterfly. You can stay here, or we can take the hands to our opposite elbow and just collapse our arms over our head for our extended butterfly. Melting our back deep into the floor. Softening our eyelids. Closing our eyes. And just letting go any feelings of busyness, any feelings of haste or rushing around. Life is filled with hustle and bustle. It is in this moment we let it go, and we are just here. And when it feels right, allowing the legs to extend out, letting go of any control you have over your arms and your hands, keeping your eyes closed, and settling into our Shavasana or our corpse pose. So if you want to grab a towel or a piece of clothing and put it over your eyes, feel free to do so. But allowing our in-breath to gently enter through our nostrils and our out-breath to leave peacefully through our mouth. Feeling the cool, crisp autumn air filling our lungs. And then exhaling slowly through our mouth, letting go of any tension or worries as we begin. As you lay here, embrace the energy of fall, a season of transformation and letting go. Picturing in our mind the vibrant colors of autumn leaves, the gentle rustling of the trees, and the warmth of a cozy sweater wrapped around you. Breathing in warmth, and just breathing out any remnants of haste or busyness. Bringing our focus to slowing down with each breath, just like nature does this time of year. As we take our next in-breath, allowing that breath to be about 4 seconds in length, and then finding a moment of stillness at the top. And then breathing out for about 6 seconds and completely letting go on that out breath. feeling each breath, slowing our heart rate, and calming your mind. As you continue to breathe, repeat the following affirmations, either silently or aloud. The magic of fall surrounds me, and I am open to the miracles and blessing this season brings. As the trees release their leaves, I release what no longer serves me, making space for growth and opportunity. I embrace the gentle pace of fall, allowing myself to slow down and savor each moment. Continue to breathe deeply and slowly, bringing your awareness to this present moment, feeling the earth beneath you, grounding you, and connecting you to the energy of the season. Imagine yourself letting go of anything that no longer serves you, just as the trees let go of their leaves. As you continue this breath cycle, feel your body and mind becoming lighter and just more relaxed with every breath. Now visualize yourself surrounded by the beauty of fall. Imagine the warmth of the sun on your face, the gentle breeze brushing against your skin, and the scent of autumn in the air. Feel a sense of gratitude for this season and the opportunity it offers for renewal and release. And finally, we are going to start to bring some slow movement back into our bodies. So allowing our fingers and our toes to wiggle very slow, very kind. And then making small circles with our ankles and our wrists. And gently repeat in the opposite direction. And then using our next in-breath to pull our knees into our chest, hugging our knees, and then pulling ourselves up, returning to Sukhasana or our easy seated position. Keeping our eyes closed and just settling into our stillness for a couple of more breaths here.
just slowing down and knowing that slowing down is not a sign of weakness, but an act of self-compassion. And let's take one final big breath together. So breathing in, lifting our arms, bringing our palms together at the top, and then breathing out, lowering our hands to the center of our heart. Opening our eyes and coming back into this present moment. Fall offers us a chance for renewal, to remove the hustle and bustle of our normal routine, and to really focus on slowing down. So as you move into the rest of your week, bringing the mantra that slowing down is not a sign of weakness, but an act of self-love and self-compassion with you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. I am Crystal, and this was Yoga for Fall. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, have a fantastic and active week.
You're what I want, you're what I think I need to make